I kind of got like a vibe of like Borderlands, but less like Slaughterpunk. Oops. Well, cycle-based maps are cycle-based maps. Oh well, I picked it, so let's try and beat it. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Ugh. You can just go for hours making yourself as strong as possible, or fight... Oh, hold on. Oh my god. Whatever. Or fight the end boss. Every playthrough you tend to unlock something somewhere. Okay, neat. So it is like quite heavy story driven then. It's... Yeah. Yeah, I need to look more into it because it is something I'm interested in, and there we go. Making jumps is nice. Yeah, it's something I'm interested in, and I kind of just feel like an idiot trying to describe what I just really don't understand about it. This is an awkward jump. No. Oh, it's super bouncy. Okay, fair enough. Another game that I've been hearing a lot of praise for is Valheim. So Valheim may be something I check out eventually as well. Although I'm kind of bored of the whole survival thing, like Minecraft never really did it for me, and I played a bit of Ark, but like it all ends up being the same thing, right? It's like as soon as you have yourself established and as soon as you're at a point where you don't need to kind of struggle to survive, the game just gets boring. But, you know, they're probably... Do you guys know why Valheim is such a hype? No, not sure. Well, you don't see a story, honestly. It's weird. Like, it's there, but not pushed into your face. You got to really look. Okay, so it's just, like, kind of got, like, the lore in the background, and you're just persisting in the world. I enjoy things like that. Like, I don't like games that are like, you are the chosen one, kind of thing. So that sounds like it could be up my alley, how it does that. You've been looking into that, but you're more about games like Ark and Conan, games with RP communities. Yeah, fair enough. When I played Ark, I played, yeah, by the way, Ariel, let us know why Valheim has such a hype. Because I'm not entirely sure. As far as I'm aware, it just seems like basically, you know, same, but different. Sunk so much time into Ark and Conan, 8,000 hours in Conan, 11k in Ark. Wow. Huge. Oh, you don't know, that's why you asked. Yeah, I think it's just people were hungry for a new type of survival game, but Minecraft was just too kiddie for most of the audience who wanted it, right? Because Minecraft is like 15 years old, right? If not more. So, you know, most people don't want to be playing such a low poly game and also playing with like 10-year-olds. So Valheim offers like a bit more of a bloodthirsty experience. I guess it's the same as Conan, and probably partially why Conan also saw such success. Survival games tend to have huge booms when they start. Ark and Conan exploded for the first few years after release, plus Vikings! Yep. Yeah, that's for sure. And, you know, the whole romanticized Viking thing also plays a big part. Like, look at Mordhau, for example, and For Honor as well. Like, you know, they're just like one of their standard characters was Viking just because. But yeah. Like, Day of Dragons was massive until it flopped. I have never even heard of Day of Dragons. Is this bouncy here too? Oh, it sure is. What else is there? Yeah, so Ark tried to get into the Battle Royale scene as well. I looked into that a little bit when it first started happening, but I never really got into it. Just because, I don't know. I kind of like the creative aspect of it more. When I played on a server, I just played with a mate, and I went like full in on, what was it, like charisma or whatever the useless stat was, because I just wanted to brew the best potions that I possibly could, and like upping that stat increased your potion creation ability. I'm not sure if that still works like that though, or not. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. Like we made just crazy potions, and like we also had like top level dinos and all that sort of stuff as well. Basically like, you know, full creative mode, but we'd kind of grinded for it. Oh, that was bad. That was fucking awful. It had like 500k Kickstarter and had one update, and has one update every half year. Oof. Devs not motivated and toxic. Yeah, that's sad. Unfortunately, yeah, games are really risky to invest in like that, like with Kickstarters and things like that, just because like there is sadly that really high chance that there will be people who just take that money and run. It's sad, really, but yeah. Like I kind of feel like it's almost No Man's Sky's fault, even though No Man's Sky did do genuine efforts to make their game better than what it was released as, but No Man's Sky set the precedent that you could sell a game on hype and hype alone, and people have been cashing in on that ever since. Like, what is it? Oh god, like Yandere Sim or whatever it's called. Like I remember hearing a bunch about that a few months ago, just about how like the dev is kind of just like has made like really bogged down code, and oh my god, whatever. It's fine. I'm not particularly interested in beating that last jump or playing through the entire map just to try that last jump again. It's not super interesting of a map. I do very much enjoy this though. However, before I start, I'm going to remove the background, because for whatever reason, Robocraft game made the background extra dark, just because, which makes it a lot harder to see all the obstacles. I know this map well enough that I can dodge them all, whatever the case, but it'll be easier for y'all to see like this too. You were looking forward to it. I had, and super hyped until all the drama came out. You find most games boring when you don't have people to play with, or if it doesn't have an RP community. You're all about story building and character development. Ah, sick. Yeah, I totally dig that, and like, I like that a lot in games as well. Like, one game that I really wanted to get into was Grand Theft Auto, because you may have heard about like the no pixel community. I would have loved to have taken a part of that, or been a part of that. However, sadly, the 5M mods are not optimized for Linux, and they seem to have no intention to ever do such a thing. So, for the foreseeable future, I will sadly not be able to take part. But yeah, I'm totally on the same page with you as well. Like, I really love games where you can, like, just fully invest into a character and, like, become a part of the story, immerse yourself, and even create the story in, like, freeform things like GTA RP and stuff. Dungeons and Dragons, or really just any sort of tabletop, is also another thing that I would like to do on this server, or do on this channel one day. Because again, really enjoy it. I think it's great. Like, it's a lot of fun to play, especially with people who like want to get into the game and want to like immerse themselves into the story and like pull apart the lore and understanding. But I haven't really DM'd any games before, so I would very much want to increase my skills in a place that isn't recorded before I committed anything to the eternity of internet. So yeah, maybe in the future we will have some D&D, or maybe even some like Warhammer or Warhammer 40k RPG, because they're pretty cool as well. What's the other one? Burning Wheel. Burning Wheel is something that I'm kind of interested in. Yo, shortcuts. Because I like the diplomatic take that the game has. It's less of a filler, or a redesigned filler for a war game, and more of a simulator of you know, the society and times that you're playing in. Which I really dig. Like, that's kind of like... That's a big part of why I like kind of Dungeons & Dragons, is like the medieval fantasy and stuff like that. And I prefer generally like low magic settings. But, yeah, you know, high magic settings can be fun too. It's totally depends on how they're run, right? Oh, get up there! I feel like this map has been edited before, oh well, since Bonk 2 came out. Because this jump used to be, like, free almost. And now it seems impossible. Like, legit seems impossible. Maybe if I come at it from a long angle. So, like, oh, I'm not going to make that. And I'm dead. Rip. But this is someone who has almost 8 D&D games a week. Oh my god. How do you keep track? Like, surely you must get games tied up and information mixed, and I couldn't handle that. That's pretty nuts. Fair play though, like if you can keep it all together, go for it. Notebook? Yeah, fair enough. You're currently getting ready to host a homebrew game about kaijus. What are kaijus? I'm not sure I've heard about them. I think I've heard that name before though, so maybe I have. I'm not sure though. Tend to do homebrew systems because you're more about the RP and scenes more than you are about the mechanics. Fair enough. I like very heavy focused on mechanics because I feel like the mechanics are like kind of the way you justify your interaction with the world, right? And like I kind of feel like there should be limitations beyond I want to do this, therefore I do this. So yeah, I prefer like tight mechanic runs. But like, you know, I won't begrudge you for your style. Like, you know, there's a billion ways to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm not going to say that mine is better than yours. Because it's totally subjective. Yo, how's it going, Smile? Would you like to join in? I'm just mucking around with some heavier maps, a few harder maps, and just chatting, just talking random stuff. If you'd like to join in, there is the game room, and the password is... like Godzilla. Ah, yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. So is that what, like, homebrew game about kaijus? So I'm guessing the players aren't kaijus, right? The players will be the ones who defend the innocent civilians from the terrible folk. Welcome, Smile. Yeah, I guess we could do like three rounds of this. Whoop. Almost killed myself right at the start, which wouldn't have been great. Ah, yeah, you go that way. Fair enough. I like to go that way. I really dig this map. I feel like there is a lot of kind of like speedrunning potential. Oh boy. Oh boy. I almost overshot that by a mile. I feel like there's a lot of speedrunning potential because there's like lots of optimization you can do and there's kind of multiple paths you can take. However, oh, let's not get that capture. Come on, Smile, you can make it. If I progress from here, you won't be able to, though. BRB, no worries. Don't get me wrong, mechanics are important, but for example, you switch a few things up. Oh god, that was bad. Should have paid more attention to that. Such as allowing negatives into scores, and these negatives will do... Oh god, I'm awful. Same team? Yeah, might as well, just so we can keep the game running, even if one of us messes up. Allowing negatives into scores. So do you mean like skills? Like skill points? You can go like -1 strength and stuff like that? Negative scores would do something different. Charisma, for example. Okay, yeah. Negative charisma would make someone more unapproachable, scary, intimidating. Ah, yeah, I dig that. So the score isn't necessarily a representation of your direct ability, but more so your influence of, oh my god, more so your influence of that ability. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that could be really interesting to play with. I suppose you'd have to, like... So how do you run something like Mind Flayers then? Since, you know, they, like, drain your intelligence and whatnot, do you have a different mechanic that you use for them, or do you just tend to avoid things that drain skills and drain stats? I guess they could be like, you corrupt a player and turn them gradually more evil by doing something like that. Yeah, Smile, so what do you reckon about this? I feel like this has been edited to the point where it's no longer beatable. Also, it definitely has been edited because there used to be like that black kind of triangle wall here. That was a death block. Yeah, no, surely. So I think 100% Robocraft has edited this before the game, before Bonk 1 shut down, and has, I guess, made it unbeatable because I guess they didn't like the last section, and how the last section was completely, like non-physical. Yep, that's unfortunate. That was a really fun map, but unfortunately if it's not beatable anymore, then it's just not beatable anymore. Oh, you know what, Smile? I wanted to show you a map, and I guess we can go for free-for-all. I mean, it doesn't matter. Well, we're not going for points. You don't care about levels that much, do you? Let's go to, I haven't favorited it, but it is a Bonk 2 map, and it is made by the Ninth Doctor. I'm not sure if I did show you this or not. I think I might have requested it in a room where neither of us had host. Where is this? Why are you not scrolling everything? No, I need to think sort by best. And... Come on, next page, no, yep, okay, that's the one. Glitched polygons. Oops. No, I mean, arrows don't matter. Let's just go classic. So yeah, this is an interesting... remember when you picked that death ball thing? This is what that reminded me of. I believe that this uses the same glitch as that. However, this is just chaotic and random, whereas that is controlled. Like, for example, a negative to strength means you would have a frail body, or maybe you'll be sickly, but with a frail body, they have less mass and can fit into places others may not. Okay, so it's not purely negative, which is pretty neat. But yeah, anyway, I can quit out of that because that's basically all there is to that glitch. But yeah, I don't know, I thought that was pretty neat. I feel like you could perhaps mess with that and make some interesting designs. Or you in the general sense, you feel? I mean, you could do it if you want. They just can't carry a damn thing. Right, yeah, okay. So, encumbrance, yeah, that's definitely a thing that... not a lot of people care about, but... Yeah, absolutely, I feel like it's a super important thing. Is this the one that breaks, like, all the time? We can give it a go. What's up? Sorry, yeah. Should get into a game and then do everything else. Oof. Also not respawn. So let's just turn on respawn and we can go free for all as well. That's not how you do it. That's how you do it. And teams can be off. And let's try again. Everything has a benefit to it one way or another, but allows characters to be portrayed in a more creative manner. Yeah, I dig that. It kind of gives you like a mechanical reason to be like frail or meek, but doesn't inherently just ruin your character's ability to progress through the game. Like I just ruined Smile's ability to progress through the game. Yep. So yeah, never mind, let's not do this because this map just breaks all the time if you set it to that thingo. This is kind of a classic one, so hey, why not? Let's do that. Also, let's set on respawn on death, because that's fine. 1 round will do. We don't need to beat it more than once. First parkour you beat. Nice. Ah, crap. Yeah, I think this is one of the first maps that made me realize I should be looking into Frosted's maps. Because, of course, I saw that super popular one by him that got shared around everywhere. But this was when I realized that, like, damn, these maps can get kind of crazy. Yeah, because there's a lot of finessing movement around these things. But at the same time, this is a super easy map compared to most of them. Because we're basically at the end. However, you can't capture it in one go. Go the safe way, of course. Oh, not 2 goes either. Cheers for dying, by the way, because this kind of would have been really lame if we were both fighting over this. But I'd have given it to you if you went for it. Oh no, I pressed down and I ate all my jump. Yo, he went Osu. I'm not sure what that means. When you DM, you want to encourage creativity and imagination. Some skills will have different effects, such as if you have a negative to your charisma, you get positives to intimidation rolls. So far, your group enjoys it, so you think you're doing something good. Yeah, that's cool. It certainly sounds like an interesting way to play the game. And I'd be interested to see like how it plays out, because that could be really interesting. Like how you'd go about balancing that. Also, how do you go about getting stats? Because like I'm sure some players may elect to have negative traits because they want higher things like intimidation and things like that. So, do you roll dice and then say, okay, well you can take that but negative if you like, or like how do you go about that? Like, do you use a point system? What? Oh, made it into the tunnel. Oh god, damn it. That's better. There we go. I mean, yeah, you know, saying exactly anything hard, is it? It's just a bit of fun. Just something a bit casual. Go on, it's all yours. Nice. So I don't know, Smile. If you'd like to recommend any maps, maybe something you haven't yet beaten and would like to try and beat. Or you could just do fun, old school parkour maps that you enjoy playing. That one's not too bad. And I mean, we could do free-for-all, but I don't think free-for-all is super great for just like 1v1. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of it. I prefer at least 3 people in a room if we do. Oh, I haven't played this one before. Let's just check if there's respawn. There sure is. That counts as an edit though, so let's just go back into that. This is pain. Okay, we'll see how long we can endure it for then, I guess. Oh boy. Yeah, this looks pretty rough. Buddy, hold down jumps. Oh no. You allow 2 options and it depends on the game. The kaiju game, they get 20 points to put as they wish for their PC and 45 for their kaiju. Oh, so they have them like pets? Interesting. If they take a stat, or companions I guess would be a better term for it. If they take a stat into the negatives, they can use those negative points to place elsewhere. No stat can be above 15. Oh, wow. So you nerf player characters' abilities like that as well. Interesting. And below 5 for PC. Oh. And none can be above 20 on Kaiju or below 6. Interesting. Huh. So when do... Whoops, I pressed X instead of down. When do the negative... or when do the, like... When do the perks from the negative scores start kicking in? Because, like, at -9 is when you start taking strength penalties. So is it, like, kind of... Or, like, penalties to whatever stat you've got. So is it, like, as soon as you get a negative to your, like, strength or charisma, you get a positive to a proficiency that is related to that? Or is it a bit less directly tied than that? I'm really interested about in this. Like, this seems like a really interesting way to play, and yeah, I totally dig people's creativity when you know, doing their homebrew stuff and all that sort of thing, especially people who have the experience and know how to balance homebrew in a fair way, a fair and fun way. Oh god, I jumped too early. Because, like, you know, to be totally real, like, there is absolutely a fair bit of homebrew out there that is just so broken and should never be used in a game unless you're basically saying, hey PCs, you want to win a game? But it sounds like you've put a lot of thought into how you can not break the game, but still provide some sort of use from negative abilities rather than just being a total bane, which I really dig. Like, yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. Whoop. Okay, let's try and do this yellow section properly now. Oh god, I'm so bad. Screws up the first jump. The only score you have that applies negative effects is Constitution, and this is due to Constitution's effects on the health pool. Makes sense. If they go into negatives, they'll have to do something to balance it. And you allow the player to come up with that solution, i.e. medications or magic or something. If they can't give you a fair example, you won't allow a negative to con. Yeah, cool, interesting. Did you want to keep trying with this smile, or you kind of just wanted to... yeah, I don't know. This is a tough map. This first jump is pain. It annoys me. I don't like having to hold down while I press up. Ugh. Ah, pretty much. That's, well, most of these maps in a nutshell. Oh my god, in a nutshell, really. It's just how much muscle memory you've developed for each one. Okay, so I guess that means you've reworked all your bonuses to bonuses like to hit and damage as well for your strength and dex and int. Because if they're not causing negative effects, oh, unless you just say like at 10 you get 0, like between 0 and 10 stats, you get 0 like bonus to hit and bonus to damage or something. Yep, fair enough. Oh wait, no, yep to which one? I should really stop doing that because I do that way too often. I ask like multiple different questions, you know, generally several of which can be answered with just yes or no. I have no idea what I get a response to. Should take my time in asking questions. Oh, fucking get in there, please. Well, working through the bonuses for both positives and negatives. Yeah, fair enough. What? Oh my god, I hate this first jump. So, Smart, do you hold down when you do that jump? Because I know that Frosted was kind of a big fan. Oh my, how did I do that? I know that Frosted was kind of a big fan of doing this, like, double input jump that gives you the low jump just by holding down. But I find it so annoying because, like, you have to essentially time the peak of your jump to let go of it if you want to get, like, max float. And I don't know. I mean, I guess it's only one more input, or two more inputs technically, but I don't know. It's hard. I don't like it. Why is your map so hard? Ooh, there we go.